Morning, Saturday, it's the 2nd of May. Now, quite enjoying doing these line and wash, but using the acrylic black, Mars black paint, Galleria, just an ordinary tube of acrylic paint, nothing special. I'm just sort of centering this through some sort of sand dunes, a couple of sticks sticking up, markers maybe. Once I want more dominant, I've just put a bit of background, Lake District type stuff in the background, just as an aid memoir really, just to remind me to put something in there. So I'm going to try to create an impression of sand dunes looking out along a bit of an inlet of water there. So we'll just make a start. We'll just the great Roland Gilder was very good at this sort of thing, using black, but he used a lot of black ink. By the time the paint went on, it cut back the contrast quite a bit. It's lovely using black, especially with a waterproof acrylic. So let's get this up here. I'm going to leave bits of sand, patches of sand, but this is where we want the heavy stuff in the marram grass here. Just get some shadow in amongst the grass here. Just dilute the paint a bit. This is why I'm just using just a little blob of it. Even that's too much because I'll waste most of that, and I don't like waste. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Don't want to close that entirely there, but it's just like one of the stream coming in between the dunes, going on its way to the sea, which across here. Must remember to put the water line in. That's not the water line. That was just a bit of the early construction when I wasn't sure which way I was going to go with this. So we'll put the tide line there, something like that. If I remember, let's try and put in some sky reflections in this. Maybe a bit of a reflection from the bank, from these hills opposite. We'll see. Let's just carry on working like this for a little while. Get all these lovely fronds in. Don't use your watercolour water for cleaning your brush. I've got a small pot, or smallish pot, of water there to keep, otherwise it'll just completely taint your clean and you'll have to stop and go and replace it. We'll put a bit of stuff, just a bit of seaweed. Okay, that's something there. Now I'll keep this side a bit lower, so. Put a bit of shadow in here. Right, well, there we always seem to have something to work with there. Right, don't want to do any more than that. Clean my brush, good thorough clean, get it out of the ferrule. Because once you get paint dried in there, your riggers will, and fine brush will just open up. So make sure it's really clean. Okay, with that out of the way, with that water out of the way, bring my fairly clean water back from watercolouring, and now I've got my paints in this Ziploc bag. It keeps them lovely and moist between sessions, which is lovely. It's Maria Kellner's idea, and it's a really good one. I bought the 5 bags online. It doesn't matter where they're. Just on eBay if you want to do the same. These are A3. They're a bit bigger than quite a bit bigger than my tray, but then they're fine. Look, you see how lovely and shiny the paints are. Normally they would have dried overnight, and I'd have had to scrub away. The burnt umber is the big problem. That does dry very quick, and traditionally burnt umber is the fastest drying colour in all the mediums. Right, I'm going to dry that, so take your headphones off if you've got them on right now. Turn the dryer on, main. Right, here we go. This is a good medium for sketching outdoors. Just one colour and a brush and a little bottle of water, just to spread it. Lovely. You could do it with ink, of course, but I've got more acrylic paint than ink, and it is a paint after all. And watercolour paper is a lovely surface to work on. Right, okay, so lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. So we'll wet the paper all over. So we're painting wet in wet, as you know. That hasn't moved at all, that paint, glad to say. Right, get the wet into those clips, otherwise you tend to end up with white holes there. Right, so bit of nice warming burnt raw sienna all over, just to give a gentle warmth, a unity to the whole thing. And I'm going to put a bit of alizarin in on the horizon, just a little bit. Okay, so a nice gentle cloud on the blue side, yellow, ultramarine, a bit of alizarin and a bit of light red on the blue side. So we don't want this too dark, just the light cloud, nice puffy, light, bright day just coming over the mountain. Right, that's a nice sky. Now we'll repeat that a little bit darker in the bit here, in the water there. Okay. Now I'm going to just gently dry brush that colour. Well, not dry brush, it won't dry brush, it's too wet. Just paint over the sea area. Right, okay. I'm going to give that a bit of a dry. Let's just retreat the paper. You don't need to stretch your paper. This is Fabriano, £130 weight. There's several suppliers of it in blocks of 100, 150, 50 sheets. It's a very, very good paper for this wet in wet. So I'll just dry that off a little bit. So take your headphones off again. Right, okay, now we'll put in that colour. We'll put some distant hills in the background. Okay, just a bit of sienna in there. So. And then we'll warm up the hills on this side. Okay, so we've got a nice bit of warm there, so we can put some lemon yellow under this. Then we're coming down to the trees. Right, let's get some harder stuff in the background here. Wrong place. Right, here we want to put in the heavy greeny trees. Now I'm using very dry brush here. Not yellow, burnt sienna and blue. So, but a darker amount, heavier than that. Not enough blue in that. The reason I put these in dark is that I can lift out some yachts and things on that horizon just to give some interest. A bit too dry. So blue, yellow, not like that. Plenty of blue, plenty of sienna. Then we let's take a bit of time on this. Could use Payne's grey, but I like the blue gives the impression of distance. And it's all coming along here, down there. Having done so many videos lately, my neck really aches. It's quite a strain because I'm up close, I can't paint from distance. You paint in a way that's comfortable for you. I'm really close to it, but I couldn't do that fine work with the hake from here. Too shaky. When I first started watercolour, well, getting seriously into watercolour, about 35 years ago, I used to use one green, which was hooker's green, and mixed with the burnt sienna, it gave a really good muted green, modified with yellows and so on. But I'm not a lover of mixed greens, ready mixed greens. I do use them in acrylic. I use Viridian mostly. Or if you want to do something sort of impressionist, you can use emerald greens and all sorts of bits and pieces. But Viridian is a good mixer with yellow ochre to modify it, take the blueness out of it. But it's great mixing with yellows. I'm just putting a bit of a peach in here. And I want some darker stuff in here. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of bit going on there. My horizon's going up a bit, so let's just bring that down. I'll clean my brush, and I'll use a bit of umber, burnt umber. So we'll just bring that over there, straighten up that horizon, make it more horizontal. Oops. careful. Right, that now looks like a little bit of a beach sticking out. So let's go have a swig of tea and concentrate on the dunes. So very faint burnt umber. Then we're a bit darker. Okay, so that is the best I can do for that water. That is too far away from there to reflect really. But I'll put something in there. No, that's beach there. I'll probably come down a bit. I haven't come down far enough there. Might be a bit of dry brush in there. We'll let that go. See how that looks at the end. Right. So sand dunes, just a bit of umber. And I want to put some darker shadow over that. Put a bit of green in as well. Okay, now we can put a bit of shadow from bit of red, bit of blue. Oh, let's see what happens to that. And bit of dark. Okay, let's see what happens as that dries. I put a bit of green in, I think. Bit of blue, bit of yellow, bit of brown. That's burnt sienna. Over here. Okay, so now we've got to have a bit of detail now. Have a little reclip. I think the sky's come out quite well. It's nice and gentle. It's in keeping with the rest of the picture. We'll put some boats, some little boats across there, across the water. Oh, I've got to show. Right, just in the distance there. Now, a bit of tissue. I'm still going to do some work around here, but I just want to get some of this detail in. I'll just dry it. Take your headphones off. I want some masts to show. Just show. Then we can do some lifting out of sails, a bit bigger. No, I won't go that way too much. It just gives the impression that there's something going on. It's just a bit of a building. So just lifting out little bits of nothing really. Oh, we could make it into a church really. Doesn't mean very much, but it just adds a bit of something. So just right, okay, but that's not gone quite well. I can reinstate a little bit. A bit there. Right, I'll let that go there. Now, probably a boat on the sand there. And a bit darker on the base, the shadow. So that's that. Now we need a figure for two, don't we? I use this brush, I think. Okay, well, I'll put a little bit of shadow there. Now I suppose we could just put some little boats in. Right, birds. Seems a shame to something in that lovely little sky there. Right, okay, I'll sign that and we'll have a look at it in a mount. Now, the great thing about doing this is the black. That's the fun of it. The figure gives a bit, and the boat gives a bit of scale, the whole thing. So not much more I can say about that. I know we're recycling, there's not much new I can say after 720 odd videos, other than a bit of recycling, but they all turn out differently. None of them are the same, the skies aren't the same. And I'm really painting what I like to see in other people's work. So there we are, let's come round and zoom in. So I haven't done a painting that it really is that similar to this. Everyone's different, the backgrounds are different. They make themselves up as we go along. Oh, we've got the sand dunes there, and marram grass, that inlet, nice. Well, I quite like that, I think that's not bad at all. And that side there. There we are, it's come out. Get this uploaded. Probably be the last one I do till next week sometime. Thanks for watching and thanks for persevering. Thanks for your support on the channel. Any comments? Anything you don't like, just say. Any questions, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.